What's up guys, AJ with DNA Outdoors. I got the boat hooked up back there. We're in the middle of February. This Florida winter is never ending. It's 47 degrees tonight. I'm all bundled up and we're about to go drop some lights in the water, dip a net, catch some shrimp. Here we go, baby. All right guys, I'm not gonna lie, the nighttime footage is not the best. You can stick around and watch for a minute or just go ahead and skip through to the clean and cook. All right guys, we've been out here for about 30 minutes. I got my lights set up, my net ready. I'm freezing my butt off. It's still like 47 degrees out here. I haven't seen a single shrimp yet, but we're gonna wait it out. We're waiting for that tide to turn. All right guys, I don't know what you can see here, but tide's turned and the shrimp are definitely moving. We're gonna be doing a dump here soon. So the tide is just starting to turn. We're seeing a lot more life, lots of schools of smaller fish. Seeing some catfish coming up to the surface, but the shrimp are definitely also starting to move. Shrimp, got them. But since the tide is moving, I'm constantly having to adjust the lights here. There's a dolphin probably like 10 feet off the bow here. There's another shrimp. Oh yeah. Alright guys, we are about to do our first dump here. Go. There we go. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. It's like one down there. Some of these shrimp are, oh yeah, that was one. Some of these shrimp are sitting pretty low. Pretty deep. Big one though. Oh yeah, that one's a stud. Alright guys, we are dumping again. Let's see here. We're doing alright. Alright guys, so we braved the weather last night. We caught a couple gallons of shrimp. It was pretty miserable. It was wet, it was cold. I froze my butt off. But tonight for dinner, we're smoking some pork. I'm gonna steam some shrimp. So we'll see you back in the kitchen to pop some heads and steam some shrimp up. So they weren't all monsters, but we did get a few studs. All right, so now we're gonna clean these up, package some up for freezing, put a couple aside to steam later on tonight. So when I clean these up and pop their heads off, I take my pointer finger and my thumb, I set it right behind their head and in front of their body. I squeeze and it pops their head off. A lot of times the vein will come right out with the head and I can set it aside. Here's another one. Squeeze. There we go. A lot of times that vein comes right out. Set it aside and keep going. And then once I get my rhythm going, sometimes I'll reach my hand in, careful not to get stuck. I'll grab a handful, pop and squeeze. All right guys, we got shrimp. I got them all bagged up for the freezer. I got some set aside for the in-laws, and I got some that we're gonna steam tonight. Here we go, baby. All right, we're gonna steam these shrimp up. They're delicious and it's a super easy recipe. Only 3 ingredients: beer, Old Bay, and shrimp. First thing you're gonna wanna do, pour your beer in. and bring it to a boil. All right, I really like to get this beer hot and rolling. Once it is, I like to turn the temperature back a little bit, dump my shrimp in, a bunch of Old Bay, and start mixing a little. Once I mix some of that Old Bay on there really good, I put the lid back on for just a minute. Let it start steaming up in there pretty good. I add some more Old Bay and start tossing them again. Once I see them shrimp starting to turn orange and pink like that, and they start curling up into that little bit of a C shape, I start coming in here and tossing a little more, adding a little bit more Old Bay. Keep tossing. I like to get all that flavor into there, the Old Bay and the beer combined. And then once they start curling up like that into that little C shape, you know they're just about done. All right, once these guys, like I said, are all curled up into that little C shape, we know they're pretty much done. Just like that. Take them, pour them into the bowl, toss a couple more times, let cool, and serve the deliciousness. Here we go, baby. All right, guys, shrimp's done, dinner's ready. But before I give it a taste, pause the video, drop a comment of what your favorite shrimp recipe is, and the next time I do a shrimp video, I'll pick one of them recipes to do. Let's give it a shot. I like to peel all the skin off like that. Make sure I get all the legs off. A little straggler piece of skin. Make sure I get all the legs off and then squeeze the tail. Make sure I get all that meat. I'm failing, but it's pretty all right. It's pretty all right. 10 out of 10. Thanks for watching, guys.